U.S. green card processing times in 2025 key factors and what to expect. The U.S. green card process in 2025 can be lengthy, with processing times influenced by factors like petition type, visa availability, and country of origin. Whether you're applying through family-based or employment-based categories, understanding the process can help you manage expectations and avoid delays. If you are interested in this, please pay attention and watch the video through to the end to get all the information. Please hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to push the notification bell on upcoming video. For those looking to obtain a U.S. green card in 2025, one of the most pressing concerns is how long the process will take. Green card processing times vary greatly depending on several factors, such as the category of your application, the country you are applying from, and the accuracy of the documentation you submit. While some stages of the process can be completed relatively quickly, other stages are subject to significant delays due to factors like backlogs and visa availability. Understanding the nuances of the green card process in 2025 can help you manage expectations and plan accordingly. Factors affecting green card processing times. Several critical factors influence the length of time it will take to process your green card application. The first factor is the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services processing time. This refers to the amount of time it takes for USCIS to review and process your petition once it's been submitted. Whether you are applying for a family-based or employment-based green card, the time USCIS takes to approve your petition can range from several months to over a year, depending on the application type. The second key factor is visa availability. Each year, the U.S. government imposes a cap on the number of green cards that can be issued in specific categories, particularly for preference-based applications. This cap can create significant delays for applicants, as individuals in these categories must wait for their priority date to become current in the U.S. Department of State's visa bulletin before proceeding with the next steps of their green card application. The availability of visas varies by country and category, so applicants from countries with high demand, such as Mexico, India, and the Philippines, may experience longer waits than those from countries with less demand. Immediate relatives. Faster processing times. Immediate relatives of U.S. citizen spouses, children under 21, and parents are not subject to annual visa caps, which often results in faster processing times. For immediate relative applicants in 2025, processing times are generally shorter than for other categories. For instance, if you are applying as a spouse of a U.S. citizen and you're located inside the U.S., the process typically takes around 9 months. Applicants residing outside the U.S. may experience longer processing times, generally between 14 to 15 months. Similarly, processing times for parents of U.S. citizens and children under 21 are usually in the range of 14 to 16 months, whether applying for within the U.S. or abroad. For applicants already residing in the U.S., there is an additional benefit of adjusting their status while their green card application is being processed. This allows them to remain in the country without the need to leave and apply for an immigrant visa from outside the U.S. However, for individuals applying from abroad, they must go through consular processing, which can take longer due to the scheduling of interviews and the processing speed of embassies and consulates. Preference categories, longer waits. For individuals applying under preference categories, which include family-sponsored categories beyond immediate relatives and employment-based categories, the wait times are considerably longer. Applicants in these categories face annual green card limits, meaning they must wait for their priority dates to become current according to the visa bulletin before they can proceed. Employment-based green cards. Premium processing available. For individuals applying for an employment-based green card, the timeline varies depending on the specific type of employment-based petition and whether the applicant opts for premium processing. The processing times for these petitions vary significantly depending on the category. Tips to avoid delays. To help avoid unnecessary delays, it's essential to stay informed about the processing timelines and the status of your case. One key step is to track your priority date in the visa bulletin. If your priority date becomes current, you can proceed with filing your adjustment of status, Form I-485, or attending your consular interview if you are applying from abroad. It's also crucial to ensure that you submit the correct forms and documentation, as missing or outdated paperwork can delay the process. If you're applying from outside the U.S., maintaining communication with the National Visa Center and the relevant U.S. Embassy or consulate is important for ensuring that your case moves forward without unnecessary setbacks. Additionally, prepare thoroughly for your consular interview, as additional processing requirements or follow-up interviews may extend the processing time. U.S. tightens green card rules, what it means for post-marriage travel plans. The United States Citizenship and Immigration Services has recently implemented significant changes to the marriage-based green card application process. These adjustments, which include updated forms, increased filing fees, and more stringent scrutiny of applications, aim to enhance the integrity of the immigration system. Prospective applicants must be aware of these changes to ensure a smooth application process. Updated forms and increased filing fees. USCIS has updated key documents, including Form I-130, Petition for Alien Relative, and Form I-485, Application to Register Permanent Residence or Adjust Status. Applicants are required to use the latest versions, as submitting outdated forms may result in delays or outright rejection. Additionally, filing fees for these forms have been increased as part of the agency's efforts to better allocate resources and cover operational costs. Applicants should anticipate longer processing times for marriage-based green card applications. Frequent delays may occur during stages such as scheduling biometrics appointments, conducting interviews, and issuing final approvals. USCIS attributes the slower timeline to enhanced security measures and more rigorous vetting procedures. Consequently, applicants are advised to plan accordingly and exercise patience throughout the process. Enhanced scrutiny of marriage authenticity. USCIS has intensified its examination of the legitimacy of marriages to prevent fraudulent applications. Applicants may encounter more thorough investigations into joint financial accounts, cohabitation arrangements, social histories, and consistency in interview responses. Requests for additional evidence have become more common, and some applicants have reported unannounced home visits and inquiries directed at family members. To navigate this heightened scrutiny, it's crucial to provide comprehensive documentation that substantiates the authenticity of the marital relationship. Delays in work and travel permits. The processing times for employment authorization documents and advance parole have significantly increased, with many applicants now facing waits of 8 to 14 months. While awaiting green card approval, individuals may find themselves unable to work or travel internationally. For those who cannot afford such delays, considering options like consular processing could be beneficial, though this alternative carries its own set of conditions and possible challenges. Recommendations for applicants. To understand these changes effectively, applicants should consider the following steps. Use updated forms. Always download and submit the latest versions of required forms on the official USCIS website to avoid processing delays or rejections. Prepare comprehensive documentation. As USCIS is scrutinizing marriage authenticity more closely, provide thorough evidence of your relationship, including joint financial records, lease agreements, photographs, and affidavits from friends and family. Anticipate longer timelines. Plan for extended processing times by submitting your application well in advance of any critical dates or travel plans. Seek professional guidance. Given the complexities of the current immigration landscape, consulting with an immigration attorney can provide valuable insights and assistance in ensuring your application meets all requirements. Successful marriage-based green card applications can be greatly increased by keeping up with USCIS policy changes and taking proactive measures to meet the new requirements. Navigating this changing process requires diligence, careful planning, and adherence to revised requirements. Obtaining a green card in 2025 requires patience and careful planning. By staying informed about processing times and submitting accurate documentation, you can navigate the process more smoothly and move closer to achieving your U.S. residency goals. That is all today in this video. What are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching the entire video. Hopefully, the information is useful to you. See you later in the next video. Till then, take care.
US green card processing times and US tightens green card rules. In 2025, obtaining a US green card remains a complex and often lengthy process, influenced by several critical factors including a petition time, visa availability, country of origin, and the accuracy of submitted documentation. Processing times vary widely depending on whether the applicant is pursuing a family-based or employment-based green card, and whether they are applying from within the US or abroad. Immediate relatives of US citizens, spouses, children under 21, and parents generally experience faster processing due to expansion from annual visa caps in 2025. These applications typically take 9 to 16 months, depending on location and case complexity. Applicants within the US may benefit from the option to adjust status without leaving the country. In contrast, those applying under preference categories including extended family members and most employment, thus applicants, face longer waits due to strict annual limits and backlogs. Visa availability determined by the US State Department monthly visa bulletin significantly affects processing speed, especially for applicants from high-demand countries like India, Mexico, and the Philippines. Employment-based green cards may offer a faster timelines if a premium processing is used. However, delays still occur, particularly if a label certification is required or if there are documentation issues. Marriage-based green card applicants face increased scrutiny in 2025. USCIS has introduced updated forms, higher filing fees, and rigorous evaluation procedures, including home visit and in-depth interviews. To combat fraud, processing times for employment authorization and travel permits advance parole have also extended to 8 to 14 months. To minimize delays, applicants should use the most current forms, submit complete and accurate documentation, track their priority dates, and consult with immigration professionals with a careful planning and attention to updated policies. Applicants can improve their chances of successfully securing a permanent residency in the US.